Represent the values that you stand for. God, Family, and Guns merchandise is now in the link below. As anti-Second Amendment leaders continue to reign on the West Coast, progressive and, to many degrees, illegal laws that are being passed are really putting good, law-abiding citizens in very terrible situations. Because, as we watched other countries around the world force their citizens into gun buybacks, essentially saying, you were a legal citizen with this gun one day, and then we pass laws and now you're a criminal, so we're giving you an opportunity to come in and bring these guns in for some sort of pay. And this has been a very successful effort on the West Coast. We recently did a video on what took place in Washington a few months ago, but what's taking place in Sacramento, California specifically is they're literally giving $50 gas cards away to people to bring in their guns and not have any sort of crime or criminal charges brought up against them. Now again, getting illegal guns off the streets, all for that. I think that's great. But the danger in this is, as progressive and aggressive anti-Second Amendment laws continue to reign in the West Coast, what we're seeing is law-abiding citizens are becoming criminals almost overnight, and they're being forced in a situation where, to many degrees, some people, stories have shared with me, some people are giving away ancestral guns that have been passed down through the generations, because now all of a sudden they're illegal, and they're literally having to turn them over for $50 gas cards. This is not something that, again, you want to get guns off the street, great, but when you talk about illegal guns on the West Coast, somewhere like Missouri, it's very black and white. Very black and white. All my guns are legal. They're all legal. All the criminals' guns are illegal. It's very clear cut. You get to the West Coast, it's a very gray area. If I moved to California, a giant chunk of my guns would suddenly be illegal, and I would then be in that criminal area. This is dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. It really is dangerous. And a lot of people that don't live in states like California, they say, well, you shouldn't live there. But, people were raised here. People have farms here. People have, they don't have necessarily the option. They're still Americans. And they're being essentially told that they're criminals because some very aggressive anti-Second Amendment leaders have decided to pass some illegal laws that are anti-constitutional. So, it is a big problem. So when you see these gun buybacks pop up and they brag about how successful they are, this is not good news, ladies and gentlemen. Again, getting illegal guns off the streets, all for it. If you did a gun buyback in Kansas City, Missouri, for example, I'm sure 99.999% of the guns you're going to get are literally illegal guns that are coming away from the criminal element in Kansas City. You go to somewhere like LA, you're essentially getting people that are being forced into turning in their guns that were one day they were legal. But now they're not, and they have no choice. Either be criminals or turn them in for a $50 gas card. So any insight or thoughts you might have on that, definitely put that in the comment below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel to Patreon, that link is also below. For the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests, so don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns, and as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.